They hurry back to the line. Good protection. Goodwin with a lot of time. And letting it fly. Amari Cooper coming back. And a game-winning field goal attempt. Left hash. This one is right down the middle. And the Cowboys take the lead by 1. And I am stunned. It's been a long offseason and a long time since I played some Madden, but I'm back and I'm gonna show you what happened around the league and what moves we made to take the next step. A tough one and done in the playoffs. That was brutal. And after losing to Dallas, they went on to beat the Washington football team, and they faced the Patriots and the MVP Cam Newton in the Super Bowl. And the Patriots won 31-17. I'm going to show some retirements heading in the next year. Fitzmagic, Big Ben, Phillip Rivers. The good news is Tom Brady has not retired yet. He's sticking around for at least one more year, but a lot of retirements. And now we move on to the signings. Before free agency, we weren't able to retain a lot of our free agents, and it's another off season in salary cap hell. It's very hard to make big moves and acquisitions when you have a lot of money thrown at a few players. So that's something that I wanted to put an emphasis on this off season. Try to make some trades, get some good value back, and at the same time get some big long contracts off the books that I feel we don't need. The first player I traded away, Kenny Clark, and he was traded to the Titans. We also sent 2 draft picks, and we got their first rounder. Obviously Clark, he's a great player, a great run stuffer, but I want to start building a new type of D-line, and his contract was almost $70 million. With multiple years left, we got some good value back. Now we have 2 first-round picks and another 4th. Off screen, I traded Adrian Amos. He was traded away to the Houston Texans. That was another contract that I wanted to get rid of. But nothing bad to say about Amos. Amos did his thing. Very consistent in the secondary, and I'm confident with Cameron Curl, and we can also sign another guy. Take a look at the free agent class. Headlined by J.J. Watt, Von Miller, Minkah Fitzpatrick. I went after players who I think can have an impact for this next season. So I offered contracts to former Viking safety Harrison Smith, Anthony Costanzo. He can offer some more stability on the O-line. And Ndamukong Suh, who would be a good veteran on the defensive line, along with Gerard Poe and Rashawn Gary. And I also wanted to add a wide receiver to go alongside Adam. So former Titan Corey Davis. Davis has a connection with Matt LaFleur. LaFleur was the offensive coordinator in Tennessee in 2018. All players were signed, and those are some really big pickups for this squad. Now it's time to take a look at some league signings. I think one of the most surprising ones is Baker Mayfield signing with the division rival Steelers. And Josh Jackson, our former slot corner, went to the Jets. We didn't have the money to pay him. So now I'm gonna fast forward. I'll put on the college tape. So with our first pick, we went cornerback, 6'2", lengthy, Emmett Rutherford from Iowa. He's staying in the same area. We just lost Josh Jackson. We need a upgrade from Kevin King. So that's a void to fill. Pairing Rutherford and Jair Alexander, that should be a lot of fun to watch. Our second round pick was right guard Nate Baxter from Miami, a bit of a reach. And our third round pick, much better outcome, Manny Wilson, the defensive tackle from Penn State, replacing Kenny Clark. He played with Isaiah Fox at Penn State, and now they're back together in the NFL. Here's the rest of our draft class. And after the draft, like I said, there's still a lot of things we can do to improve. So we're going to head back into the free agent pool. And a guy like Patrick Peterson, a Pro Bowl caliber corner, He's going to sign with Green Bay. AJ Green, he's been a free agent for like the last 2 years. No team wants to give him a chance. We'll do that. Welcome to Green Bay, AJ Green. And we're still not done at wide receiver. A familiar face. Randall Cobb, no longer with the Texans. Hey, we'll welcome him back with open arms. Welcome back, Randall Cobb. It's good to have you back on board. We lost Marquez Valdez-Scantling, by the way. He signed with the LA Chargers. This is pretty much an all or nothing year for this team. The first year we went 6-10. Last year 12-4, got bounced out quick. This year we need to take that step. We're trying to replicate what the Buccaneers did. We're signing a lot of veteran guys with the hopes of making a deep playoff run. So we'll see. We'll see how this team meshes together, how it works out. And there's been a lot of speculation. Does Aaron Rodgers want to be in Green Bay? Is Jordan Love going to start? Rodgers doesn't like it here. He's mad. He's going to be here. Running back Alvin Kamara, Jamal Williams, AJ Dillon, and Matt Collins-Jones. This was a guy we picked up off waivers. He was a 3rd round pick, but didn't make it out of training camp. 6'1", 225 pounds. This is a back that we don't have yet. A big bruiser type of back. Now at receiver, Devontae Adams, Corey Davis, AJ Green, Cameron Jackson III, and Randall Cobb. Adams and Davis are going to be playing on the outside, and Cameron Jackson is going to be in the slot, and then AJ Green and Randall Cobb, they'll be coming in certain situations like red zone. At tight end, Curtis Landry, Sternberger, and DeGuara. But Curtis Landry, 2nd year out of Florida. I'm excited to see what he can do another year in this offense. And at O-line, David Bakhtiari, Elton Jenkins, Levi Knox, Nate Baxter. I told you he would be starting. He is 69 overall as well. And then Anthony Costanzo. Now on the D-line, we have a lot of depth here on the D-line. Dean Lowry, Gerard Poe, Ndamukong Suh, Manny Wilson, and Marvin Pierce. You can see Wilson's going to be wearing number 95. Isaiah Fox, another year on the defense, the captain. Levante David, Summers and Martin are backing up with Sean Gary. And then the secondary, Emmett Rutherford. He's going to be wearing number 25. Kevin King, he has a reduced role. He hasn't played bad. He hasn't played great. And then at safety, Darnell Savage, Cameron Curl, and Harrison Smith. And that is everybody on the roster. And now, let me show you our schedule. Week 1 taking on Atlanta. And we got the football team, Bears, Giants. We're playing the AFC East and the NFC East. So a pretty fun looking schedule. I'm not mad. Got some primetime games in there. First place schedule. Now before next week, let's get a little preview of the Falcons. Matt Ryan, Todd Gurley still there. Will Owens. Got Julio Jones, Robert Ross, Stephen Hess, some young receivers, Hayden Hurst and Tyler Eifert. That is going to do it for the offseason. We're ready to get started with season number 3.